Okay.
My audio is poor. Are we live?
Yes, we are.
We are. Okay. All right. Welcome. My name is Ryan Walker. I'm the chair of the Mountain Arts Community Center board. Today is February 23rd, 2021, and this is our monthly meeting of the Mountain Arts Community Center board of directors. So welcome to everybody who's joining our live stream. Welcome to our town officials who are with us, and welcome to our board. So I'm going to start with a roll call for the board members. Again, I am Ryan Walker. Ellis Gardner. Ellis did contact me and tell me that he told me that he might be in and out for this meeting. So don't hear Ellis. Seth Graham. Seth Graham is not with us for this meeting. Rob Inman.
Here, present.
Rob Inman is here. Angie Landrum.
Here.
Susan Robinson.
Present.
Mary Margaret Sullivan.
Here.
Thank you. Is our town council representative Susanna Murdoch here?
He is not.
He's not joining us today, sounds like. All right. Also with us, we have representing the Signal Mountain Elementary Preservation Fund. See that Dick Graham is with us today. And of course, Angie Landrum, who's also part of that. And thank you to Sam Guin for taking care of the town's responsibilities and getting this meeting set up. So I appreciate you. Okay. First order of business. The minutes of our last month's meeting, January 26th. Thank you to Angie Landrum for writing up those minutes. Are there any changes to make to the minutes, or does anybody want to make a motion to approve the minutes as is?
I'll make the motion to approve. It's Susan.
Thank you, Susan. I'll second the motion to approve as is. And a quick vote going down the list. Rob Inman.
Aye.
Angie Landrum.
Yes.
Susan Robinson, of course.
Approve.
Mary Margaret Sullivan.
Yes.
And that's a yes from me. And just checking in to see if Ellis has popped in. Are you with us for a vote on that, Ellis? Sounds like that's a negative, but that's okay. Okay, with two members not here, it's unanimous otherwise, so that motion is approved. I didn't come up with much to make decisions about on this meeting. However, the MACC has been a busy place, even though it's had practically nothing going on for programming on the programming end. It's been a busy place. So who would like to tell us about what's been going on at MACC in the past month or so?
Well, Dick handed that off to me, so I guess that's me.
Okay, I didn't even, is he not here? Did I say he is here and he's not? My apologies. Okay, well.
All right, you ready?
Angie, what do we got?
HVAC has been completed in rooms 4 and 5. The only 2 rooms remaining are the women's restroom and room number 8. Let's see, room 3 has been painted. New underlayment for the carpet has been installed, and the new carpet is being installed next Monday. This room also has new lighting and new HVAC. Holes in the ceilings in Wilhite Hall and outside the art room have been patched and are ready for painting. These were quite large and have been there for many years. You might have noticed it walking in there and seeing the big patches on the ceiling. Now it looks great. The electrical panel in the cafeteria hallway has been removed, and all the circuits have been moved to the panel in the janitor's closet. This has been done so the walls in that hallway can be sheetrocked. Right now they are just block walls. It's block walls, drop ceiling, electric panels on the wall. Just a very ugly section of hallway. So that's going to look good pretty soon. Let's see. Hannah Meyer has been renting room 6 as an art studio. She's doing very well there. That room also has new HVAC installed. That's the one that the Lions Club donated. The town came and graded the area where the portable building was removed back by the cafeteria. When the weather is dry, they're going to come back and do some more grading where it's mud right now and fix some drainage there beside the gym. There's a drainage pipe that's been buried and filled for a long time. So we've been having water issues coming into the building, but they're coming back to do that. We are looking for ideas for the old gymnasium. One suggestion we've had was to turn it into a woodworking shop. And another thing we're thinking is dividing it just maybe into a 2/3, 1/3, and using that 1/3 end as a storage building, since we've gotten rid of other outdoor storage buildings, and reducing the size, but it'd still be a really large room for a classroom or woodworking shop or whatever. So if you have ideas, let me know. We're investigating the possibility of dividing room 10 into 3 music rooms. It's right now one of the regular sized large classrooms, and we are having requests for more space, more teachers. So we're running out of space. So having more smaller spaces would be more useful. You know, it seems like a waste kind of to have a piano teacher, you know, 1 teacher, 1 student in this large 20 by 30 room. So we could get a lot more teachers and students if we divided one of those classrooms into smaller spaces. So we're thinking about that. That would run about $15,000 if we did room 10. It already has an HVAC in it, but if we, you know, added 2 walls, we'd have to put in 2 more HVAC units. So that would be most of the expense. Constructing a couple walls and doors is not a huge expense. So that's something we're thinking about. Of course, we don't need it immediately while we're closed. So we'll wait and see on that. Liz Moore has been conducting online senior exercise classes for about 2 weeks. Her class started out small, but it's been growing. She's looking forward to us reopening and doing those online. So, and Haygood is developing a landscape plan for the grounds. This past weekend, we planted 5 trees out in the lawn. She's doing this as part of her master gardening program. She has to put in 40 volunteer hours to be certified, and she's doing that here at the MACC. Let's see, the new trail from the MACC up to Boy Scout Park has been completed by Eagle Scout Sam Sewell. He came by also Sunday. Maxwell Sewell, sorry. He came by Sunday to get his paperwork signed off on. It's complete. We took his picture, and it just looks great. You guys need to come walk it. It looks really cool. So we're excited about that. And we've had people walking it. We see people up in the woods now. So that's neat. A new roof for the kitchen, cafeteria, room number 15 and room number 14 will likely be in the town's budget for next year. We had a large leak in room 14 a few weeks ago, and patches have been made to get us through until the new roof is approved. The new swing set has arrived and will be installed by the Parks and Rec Department in a few weeks. With the addition of picnic tables, swings, benches, and the free library, we continue to have more use of the grounds by individuals and families. And this will probably increase as the weather warms up. So now it's starting to look more like a park area around here. So it's looking really good. We've been mulching around trees, and as we're planting new trees, we're mulching around those, and we're really trying to make it look really inviting. Shout out to Parks and Rec Department and the Water Department for their help in getting some of the no longer needed radiators out of the building. They are heavy, and it takes several people to muscle them out of here. So we really appreciate them coming and doing that for us. And that allows us to fix the floors and the walls. You know, the walls are always damaged behind them from the years of them heating up the plaster, and it just crumbles away. And the floors in some cases are rotted away. So getting them moved out really helps move things along. Dennis Parker contacted us about doing some plays here, and we're really excited to have him on board. He's basically starting a new, program of having plays that take place at the MACC. He's planning on doing one this fall. If all goes well, October is what we're talking about. And it's going to be really small, two-person, just two people on stage. And let's see, hang on a second. Oh, we're making sure, his plays will not interfere with the Signal Mountain Playhouse play, kind of adding his plays in between things that the Playhouse does. He's also interested in working toward a small theater program. He's interested in getting youth involved, having a youth theater program. We had several of the town council members tour the building in the last few weeks. Since budget time is nearing, we want to make sure that everyone knows about the progress being made here at the MACC. So if any of you who've not been here in a while want to come see stuff, just let us know, and we will make sure the place is unlocked and you can come take a tour. Any questions?
I had a couple.
Yeah.
In splitting up room 10, you'd have just like partition walls. Would they be soundproofed? Would the doors be soundproofed? Since I assume they'd be rehearsal rooms or, lesson rooms for music.
Right, they'd be lesson rooms, but they wouldn't be soundproof. None of the walls or doors here are soundproof.
Okay.
I mean, they would be solid doors, so it would be just as good as any other room.
But there's no concern about sound within that confined space?
No, if you ever go to a university or anywhere where there's a music school, you would find that it's noisy everywhere you are.
Well, that's true. But the sound rooms in the Fine Arts Center, for instance, are pretty soundproof. Yes, you do hear noise, but there is an effort to make them soundproof.
Yeah.
It's a concern. It leapt to mind as soon as I heard you bring it up. But the other thing was the graded part that you talked about. Is that parking now? Is that what that's being?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. There used to be 2 portable buildings back there. So the building that was closest to the cafeteria door, that area has had new gravel put on it, and so it's additional parking.
Okay,
The other building that was closer to Wilhite Hall is just mud, and that's going to be, we're planning on putting in raised beds for a community garden.
okay, all right, good. And then the Boy Scout park up there, there is parking up there, right? We could go park up there and then walk down.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's all I had. Is anybody in the building using it of late?
We have Chip comes in and teaches drum lessons. We have an exercise class where the exercise teachers are coming in and recording Zoom lessons in the class.
All right,
I think that's it.
okay, all right, good.
Oh, there's an adult art class, Val's class. She has a small group that are like a pod. They meet together all the time. They have been the whole year.
So Val is still in there. I hadn't heard her name in a while. Is she still in the same art room she had?
Oh, yes.
Okay, all right, good.
That's her second home.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah. And then we have some, we have Hannah, we have a couple people that are renting space that come in, by themselves to work, but there aren't any other lessons or anything.
That's kind of Chip's deal, isn't it?
Yeah, he uses his room.
Nathan, has Nathan been in or?
No, his father was ill and he hasn't been back.
Oh, okay.
He does intend to be back, but he doesn't know when.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
And any other economy, I would recommend doing staggered wall joists to cut down on sound. But I think with the price of lumber right now, I think I think the benefits would not justify the added expense of doubling the studs in the walls.
It's a bit pricey right now. We built a studio in one of our houses for Dan, and we did the double layer sheetrock. We float one layer off the other, and that really helps a lot. Yeah, if it's an issue, there are things you can do.
Okay.
Of course, a lot of the existing walls, those in the building, some of them are masonry, some of them are probably just standard stud walls anyway. So probably not like you say, Angie, it's probably not a huge deal. I'm assuming the new rooms will have their own doorways into the hallway.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Or we add a hallway in the room.
Yeah.
So that we don't have to break through and change the historic look of the hallway.
Well, if you end up having to do that, let me know, and I love finding old doors. So having old doors goes a long way.
Yeah, we still need an old door for the old principal's office up front. It still has one of those flat 1960s doors. So, and here too, and here in the office. So we need 2. So
okay. That's a lot going on in a building that's hardly open.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's been busy. And we're keeping our sheetrock guy and electrician busy. But I mean, it's a good time to get it done because both those things, kind of make a mess and take up a lot of space. So I'm glad we're getting it done.
The silver lining of a pandemic, huh?
Yeah. We are hoping, and we just have to watch the numbers. We're really hoping to be able to have a summer camp the end of July. I don't remember if we talked about that last month or not, but I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. Hopefully a lot of people will be vaccinated by then, and it may not be as risky. So, but we'll decide that we'll wait a couple months.
Yeah, that was going to be my my next question is, and you basically answered it, is how much can you plan for it doesn't make sense to plan too much when you don't know,
Right.
you don't want to over plan and then not be able to open. So how much is needed? How much planning is needed to actually throw the doors back open once that decision is made? How far in advance?
For summer camp or just in general?
In general, but that would certainly include summer camp.
Well, it wouldn't take much really for normal classes. We're keeping in contact with teachers, on a monthly basis, and
Right.
Just saying, because they're all anxious, of course, to come back. But as soon as we decide that it's safe for classes, we'll just let all the teachers know, and we'll start scheduling students, and they're just ready. They just have to show up. We'll get the pianos tuned, and that's
Right.
Have the place clean. For summer camp, we're going to go ahead and start doing planning, in just general planning, and then as it gets closer, like by May, we need to have a kind of an idea if it's going to happen, so we can advertise it. But we can go ahead and do most of the planning, and then if it doesn't work out, we'll just save our plans and supplies and everything for next year and try again. But we haven't planned any concert. Well, we have a play being planned. Peggy Douglas is writing something specifically for us for the holidays. So that'll probably be I don't think we've talked about dates. It's a holiday one, so November, December, one of those. She's writing a play. I had told her we'd tossed around the idea before about doing something kind of like a Prairie Home Companion sort of thing, that's a bit of a variety of music and plays and stories and stuff. So she jumped right on that, was real excited. So she's working on that, and hopefully by then we can do that.
So it seems like it's probably a good time to start up the tree lighting again. What are the thoughts on that?
Yeah, that I think is December 3, somewhere. I don't remember. Yeah, we'll plan on doing that. Yeah, right. So right now, everything we're thinking about is probably not happening until fall. Most of the event types
Right.
we're thinking probably, definitely, we can do stuff starting in the fall. Summer camp, the last 2 weeks of July is really the earliest that we think we'll be able to do anything, and we're really hoping we can do that. But even if
vaccines won't be rolled out to kids by then. I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But hopefully most adults will be able to be, well, not most, but hopefully the general population of adults will be able to start seeing vaccines by that point.
Mm-hmm.
So that so that people, the adults running that can at least be vaccinated. But kids won't have the vaccines, I'm sure, by that point. I don't think anything's approved.
Right.
So yeah, all right. I think the tree lighting will be definitely a good thing to look forward to, and other holiday events.
Yeah.
That'd be a good way to launch back into programs and getting people there.
Yeah, and we can always adjust. If stuff is still a little risky in December, I mean, we could always do people still wear masks, or maybe we limit the number of people in a room, or have people go through the building one direction, or, we can try to make something work. Just have to wait and see.
Okay. Does anybody have any more questions for Angie, or regarding programming, the building, any of that? So let us know, how our board can be helpful. Probably your biggest help is always just individual volunteers helping out. But
We need,
if you need help with once events start getting planned, let us know if it's appropriate for us to jump in, and we can. It'd be nice to help out as a group.
Yeah.
Where possible, as a board. So sounds like right now it's just too early to tell where we're going on that.
For cleaning and painting and hauling out the old plaster out of room 5. If anybody was to come by tomorrow and help load a pickup truck plaster, feel free to drop by. But the building really is going to need a lot of cleaning. There's sheetrock dust and plaster dust and everything throughout the building. It just gets in the air and drifts everywhere. So we've cleaned once, but you wouldn't be able to tell it if you came in here. It's just it's all messy again. So drop by anytime. We're here.
You're there more often than you're not, huh? Yep. Thank you all for volunteering all of your time and using all of your resources for this town facility and this town programming. So we appreciate you. Okay. I don't think that we have anything on the agenda to vote for, nothing substantial at the moment. Are there any board members who have other items that they wish to ask or discuss? Our next meeting, our March meeting, looks like it'll be Tuesday, the 30th of March. Happens to be the 5th Tuesday, but our meetings are always the last Tuesday of every month. So March 30th, we'll stick with 2 o'clock if that works for everybody. March 30th will be our next live stream, assuming it'll be live stream board meeting.
Yeah, and I'll touch on that real quick since you mentioned it. The current electronic meetings provision runs out this Saturday, but we've gotten some communication that it's going to get extended. We just don't have any details on that yet. So
Okay.
if for any reason that changes, I'll let y'all know, but I do believe we'll be able to meet electronically again next month.
Okay, thank you, Sam. So I won't go on record and say that it'll be a live stream because we'll just have to wait and see what the state allows. Either way, we'll be meeting March 30th, 2 o'clock p.m. Well, sounds like that does it. If no one else has anything to say, I'll say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your time. Have a good afternoon.